What is up, everybody? We are back for another week of totally inappropriate sports. Or tits, minus one tit. I'm your host, Cheeseman, joined along with by...
I'm too tired to think of a random narcotic.
And Matty Icing.
Yeah, no Mark Wahlberg this week. He said, he's got some shit going on. Don't know what that...
Ass!
Exactly. Fuck. Your excuses are ass. I'm trying to talk him into joining us later, at least if he gets the time, because we're picking our NHL teams tonight. That's right. The NHL regular season is back. But if he doesn't, I have his permission to pick teams for him. And even though I could use that to fuck him over real bad, I'm not gonna. There's no fun in that. I could at least give him the Blackhawks, but they're still gonna be ass this year, so I'm not gonna do that to him. Hopefully he makes it on. We'll see. How's you guys this week? Anything fun and exciting?
I will plead the fifth on that one, but
Same as usual, nothing.
Yeah.
Okay.
I found a trailer this week, so I went and put a deposit on it to hold it. They marked the listing as sold. It's as good as mine. I just gotta go pay off the rest of it on the 21st, and then I'm Ohio bound, but barely, just like 10 minutes across the border. I'll miss Michigan, but now we're spread out more geologically. It's almost like when we had Dirk on the show. We'll have Ohio representation, even though fuck all Ohio teams. Other than that, though, yeah, same shit over on my side, too. Well, we got, like I said, hockey's back. So we got hockey picks to make this week. We got our college football picks to go over from last week and make for this week. Same with the NFL. Might be a bit of a long show, but there's only 3 of us instead of 4, so that'll make it go by a little quicker. I guess we can get right into it, huh? Start off with college. First game we had last week, we had the Houston Cougars taking on the TCU Horned Frogs. Horned Frogs favored by 16. Horned Frogs lost this game by about 16. Luke was the only one that picked Houston. Luke's the only one that gets the point. Hot start for Luke, shit start for the rest of us. Michigan State taking on Oregon. Oregon favored by 24. Oregon was up big in this, and Michigan State made a big comeback in the fourth quarter to make it to where they only lost by 21 instead of 24. They covered. Yay! Smark was the only one that took Oregon. Smark's the only one that doesn't get a point. Next, Pitt taking on UNC. Pitt favored by 3 points. Pitt won this game in pretty easy fashion. They covered the 3 points. I went alone with the Panthers. I go alone with the point. So far, 3 games, 3 loner picks. 2 of them have hit. Smark's just cursed. Speaking of loner picks, we had Wake Forest Demon Deacons taking on the NC State Wolfpack. Wolfpack favored by 5. Everybody went with NC State because that's my team, except me. I'm the only one that didn't go with my team. I went with the Wake Forest Demon Deacons because they are the Demon Deacons. And they covered the spread. Not only did they cover the spread, they won the fucking game. NC State kind of sucks, but Matt said they lost their quarterback, so I guess it's understandable. So 4 lone picks, 3 of them hit. Next, we have our first unanimous pick, Tulane favored by 15 over UAB. Tulane beat the fucking shit out of UAB. Thankfully, none of us picked UAB. We all get the point on that one. That one wasn't even close. I believe Matt said Tulane put belt to ass in that game. And yes, they did. Western Michigan favored by 9 over Ball State. Luke's Ball State, to be more specific. Luke goes alone with Ball State. Luke goes alone with the point. Ball State doesn't win, but they cover the 9. Western Michigan only won by 3. Fuck Broncos. You let me down. So far, all the loner picks have hit except Smark's. Sorry, Smark. Ole Miss favored by 9.5 over South Carolina. We all took Ole Miss to bounce back after that embarrassing loss to Kentucky. Ole Miss wins the game. Did they cover the 9.5? Yes, they did. They covered it easily. We all took Ole Miss. We all get the point. Next game, this one hurt me in my soft parts. ECU giving up 9 to Charlotte. Matt goes alone with Charlotte. Did ECU win by 9? Nope. Did ECU win? Nope. Did ECU lose by a lot? Yep. So Matty Icing alone with Charlotte gets the point. That's it for the loners. All the loner picks hit this week except for Smarks Oregon. Thank you, MSU, for finally waking up in the fourth quarter. Our last unanimous pick, Boise State, or Utah State at Boise State. Boise State favored by 26.5. Like, that's a lot of fucking points. Didn't matter. Boise State covered it, and then some. We all went with Boise State. We all get the point. All three of our unanimous picks hit in college this week. Nice to see that turn around. And next, the only split decision game we had all fucking week. James Madison giving up 17 to University of Louisiana Monroe. James Madison has been on fucking fire, just crushing teams. University of Louisiana Monroe, kind of soft, not so good. Smark and Luke picked University of Louisiana Monroe. Me and Matt went with James Madison. James Madison did not cover the 17. Matter of fact, they fucking lost. What the fuck happened this week? How the fuck you just whip ass and then lose to fucking the Warhawks? Bitches.
And none of what you just said is the most important news in the NCAA this week. That has to go to the fact that a fun, small YouTube channel successfully DDoSed a Division III game.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, Jim B's stream. That was Utica and was it Heartland? What the fuck was the name of the other two? Hartwick, maybe?
Hartwick, yeah.
Yeah, Hartwick. Never heard of him. Utica was beating the shit out of Hartwick, though. I remember I tuned in for a minute.
It finished the same score as the Georgia TCU national championship a few years back.
Son of a bitch. Why you didn't bring that up, dick? And last game of the week, I guess all the loner picks didn't hit, but at the same time, it didn't not hit. Hawaii taking on San Diego State. San Diego State favored by 3. San Diego State won by 3, so it was a wash. I was really hoping Hawaii would come through and I'd get that loner pick there at the end, but it wasn't meant to be. Nobody gets any points. Nobody gets a loss for that either, so it's like it didn't happen. So, on the week, Smark finishes at the bottom at 4-6. Not a good week for him. Matty Icing goes 500 at 5-5. I am one game above 500 at 6-4, and this week's winner at 7-3, Luke Birch. Well done, Luke. So that gives Luke 2 points over Matt this week, which ties him overall now for first at 19-14. Luke and Matty Icing. I'm behind them by 2 games now at 17-16. Smark bringing up the rear, 5 games below 500 at 14-19. That's probably why he's not here. He's embarrassed. Doesn't want to show his face.
It's fucking embarrassing.
Indeed. Teams-wise, Luke, Smark, and Matt all have 10 points. I still sit at the top with 12, even though I only got 1 point this week, I think. Or I'm not even sure if I got 1 point this week. It wasn't a great week for any of our teams, really. TCU didn't win. MSU didn't win. UNC didn't win. NC State didn't win. UAB didn't win. Matt's Tulane won. Luke's Ball State won. South Carolina lost. ECU lost. Smark's Boise State won. Luke's ULM won. And Matty Icing's San Diego State won. So yeah, I guess there were some points in there, but not a lot of activity. So let's get into this week. First game.
Did you say Luke's Ball State won?
Yeah.
They did not.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right. They just covered. Western Michigan won by 3. I said that when we were recapping it. I just looked down and seen them circled. Like, oh yeah, Luke won that one, but he didn't.
I can't let you say Ball State got to win. I gotta just.
Yes, the Cardinals indeed did not get a win.
It's a Cardinals fan saying that.
Yeah, well done. All right, first game for this week, we got the Utah Utes giving up 3 to the Arizona State Sun Devils. I would say Smart, who you picking, but he's not here, which makes me first pick now. Arizona State's a good team this year. Utah State's a pretty good team every year. I'll take Utah State. Luke Birch.
Wait, is it Utah or Utah State?
Utah.
I'll take the Mormons then.
All right, and Matty Icing.
How much are they giving up?
3.
I'll take Utah.
All right, well, depending on what Smart says, it's a unanimous pick to start us off. Next game, the South Carolina Chanticleers taking on the Alabama Crimson Tide. Bama favored by 22.5 after an embarrassing loss to Vanderbilt. Yeah, they're pissed about that loss. South Carolina's nothing great. I'll take Bama to fucking walk all over them this week. Matty Icing.
Who's playing Bama?
South Carolina.
Okay. Yeah, I'll take. Oh,
And ride the cockaboose.
Yeah, I think I will ride the Cockaboose. Those things are
Alright.
ridiculous too. I looked at the prices on them. Oh my god, it's a couple mil just for like a hotel room.
Jesus Christ. Fuck all that. Luke Birch.
What did you say the Crimson Tide were giving up?
22.5.
Yeah, I think Bama get the win, but not by that much. Give me the game.
All right. Well, so far, I'm on my own. I'm good with it. Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets giving up 6 as they travel north to take on the UNC Tar Heels. Not familiar with what Georgia Tech's been doing this year. I haven't seen them at all, not going to lie. UNC, however, started off hot and has been struggling as of late. I picked them to continue the struggle. They're staying on that struggle bus. Give me Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets. Which, I mean, I was close to picking them from one of my helmets anyway, so I'll take them for sure. Luke Birch.
I'll join you. UNC have really fallen off.
And Matty Icing.
Yeah, UNC burned me last week. I'll take Georgia Tech.
Okay. Unanimous. Next, we got the Ball State Cardinals giving up 6.5. That's right. They're fucking favored. What's up, NORAB? They're traveling to Kent to take on the Kent. Was it Kent? Yeah, Kent State, I believe. I only wrote down Kent, but I believe it was the Kent State Golden Flashers. I don't like Ball State being favored in anything. They're going to give me points on top of it? Shit. Give me Kent State. Matty Icing.
This might be the one where I have to not go with Ball State or go
You
against
might-
Ball State and go with Ball State. Kent's bad, like bad.
Yeah. Yeah, it must be bad being fucking for Ball State to be favored by 6.5.
Yeah, I think the last game they played Eastern. Eastern dropped 52 on them.
Like, that's saying something. Eastern's ass.
Not this year. This year they're actually pretty hot, but still.
Luke Birch, who are you liking this one?
It's probably a mistake, but just so I can say the name, give me the Golden Flashers.
Oh, damn. Luke Birch picking against his own team when they're finally favored. All right. That puts Matt on his own for now. Yeah, Norab can't complain. All's going as well as it goes usually. Hope it's going well for you too. Next, we got the UAB Blazers traveling to wherever the fuck it is Army plays to take on the Army Black Knights. Army favored by 24.5. Man, that's a large number. I kind of wanted to take UAB, but then again, UAB just got fucking destroyed by Tulane. Army always has a really strong run game. They don't ever pass the fucking ball. I'll take Army. Matty Icing.
Yeah, I'll take Army as well.
And Luke Birch.
A 10.
All right. Unanimous with Army. Hopefully the unanimous picks pay off again this week. Next, Matt's San Diego State University Aztecs taking on the Wyoming Cowboys. Wyoming favored by 0.5 point. This is basically a fucking pick'em. Wyoming, another team. Like if we would have had one more pick with the helmets, I would have taken Wyoming. Therefore, I will take Wyoming now to make up for it. Luke Birch, who are you liking this one?
Yeah, I will join with Wyoming.
All right, and Matty Icing.
I'll take San Diego.
All right, Matt taking his team. Next game, we got the Southern Miss Golden Eagles taking on the University of Louisiana Monroe Warhawks. I almost forgot them again. Warhawks favored by 6. I don't know shit about Southern Miss. ULM showed that they can actually play last week, and they're favored by 6. So I'm just gonna go with it. Give me ULM. Matty Icing.
You said Monroe's favored by 6?
Yep.
Yeah, I'll go with them as well.
And Luke Birch.
I'll take the best named player in the country. That being General Booty of ULM.
Yep. I remember saying that last week. I remember hearing his name, like, I want to say either last year or the year before that, even.
He's a transfer from
I think it was a Mac school.
Oklahoma.
Okay. I think they were doing a segment on the radio a couple of years ago where they were like running through names, like, is this a real name or is this a fake name? And that one came across and like, oh, it's a real name. All right, next, the North Texas Mean Green giving up 6 as they travel to Florida to take on the Florida Atlantic University Owls. I will take the Mean Green because those Owls can't fly during the day. Luke Birch.
I will take Athena and her Owls.
Okay. And Matty Icing.
I was going to take Northern Owls till Luke said yes, so I'll take Mean Green.
Okay. I was wondering why I heard the girl. She's wife just walked around outside with the daughter. She was looking at me through the window. All right. Next game, the Vanderbilt Commodores coming off their win against Alabama to take on the University of Kentucky Wildcats. Wildcats favored by 13.5. This one's tough because Vanderbilt just fucking beat Alabama, so they're obviously good. But Kentucky's done a lot good this year. 13.5 is a lot, though. Like Matt said a couple weeks ago, or possibly even last week, a team makes a crazy win like that over a big school. They tend to turn around and fucking blow it the next week. Give me Kentucky. Matty Icing.
Exactly what I was gonna say. They are still partying in Vanderbilt, and I don't know if you guys saw this or not, but the goalpost, they've chopped it up into pieces and they're selling it. So you too can spend a couple of $1,000s and have a 2-foot piece of that goalpost.
No
So yeah,
thanks.
I am definitely going Kentucky because they are still going to be leaning high on that Alabama win.
Yep, they're still partying. Somewhere Ben Roethlisberger is assaulting a waitress in a bathroom. Luke Birch.
Yeah. Vanderbilt have already won their natty. They're gonna lay off. Give me Kentucky.
Right. Appropriate that Luke is picking the team that I initial UK. All right, last game of the week. We got the Syracuse Orange laying 4 as they travel down to North Carolina to take on the NC State Wolfpack. Syracuse not a strong team this year. However, I forgot to look and see how long NC State's quarterback is going to be injured, if it's anything serious, or if I should expect him back. They did just lose to Wake Forest. I'm going to assume the quarterback's still going to be out. Give me Syracuse. Over to Luke Birch.
I've got a wager with a friend on how Syracuse do this year, so for that reason, I'm going to go against them.
All right. You make weird wagers. Matty Icing.
Given the school famous for a 2-3 zone.
Is that Syracuse?
Yes.
All right. Short and sweet. That does it for the NCAA this week. So, over to the NFL. I was trying to. I seen Devontae Adams requested a trade and listed that his destination of choice be the New York Jets because he wants to go play with Aaron again. He said he wants to win a Super Bowl, but then he said I want to go play for the Jets. Like, well, which one is it, Devontae? You can't have both.
If you watched the game and was like, you know what? I was just angry when I was talking. I don't really want to go play there.
Yeah. I've seen that Kansas City had interest in him, but since I've seen that, I've also seen Kansas City come out and say, no, we're not going to be pursuing him.
I don't think the Raiders would trade him. They hate Kansas City.
Yeah, well, like I said, I think Kansas City's already said they're not going to pursue him, even with all their injuries.
His other preferred destination was the Saints. Because he wants to go play back with Derek.
Okay, yeah. Not going to win a Super Bowl there. I seen Dallas was interested, but then I seen a report after that Jerry came out and said don't expect any big blockbuster trades before the trade deadline, basically saying, no, we're not taking Devontae Adams.
Yeah, they're still trying to fix their team.
Yeah. I'm trying to think. Yeah, I think New Orleans was one of the teams that was interested. There was one other team, and now I can't remember who it was.
Read my name.
Sean McDermott's, who's he coaching for? I forget. Bills?
Hello.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, again, not going to win the Super Bowl. He should have wished for Kansas City to pick him up. Or the way they're playing Minnesota. Just kidding, Minnesota ain't winning no goddamn Super Bowl. They can finish the season fucking undefeated. I wouldn't pick them to win the Super Bowl.
Now, they look like they finally came back to earth at the weekend. It's just over playing another shit side.
Yeah. It was over in London too, so like everybody dumbs it down over there. Like, don't make them like the game too much.
I didn't know half of London fans were Viking fans, though. That whole stadium was swollen.
No shit. Usually, like, it's just a bunch of different jerseys during those games. They just want to wear their NFL jerseys.
Were they handing out care
Like,
packages?
if Luke would have been there, he'd have been fucking wearing a fucking Buffalo jersey or Green Bay.
That
All right, well, let's get into last week. Oh, go ahead.
That would have had to involve me being interested enough to bother going.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If you were there, you'd have been wearing a jersey, but not for either one of the teams that were playing. Considering Minnesota was there, I bet you would have wore your Packers jersey.
Probably.
All right, well, let's get into it. Thursday Night Football, we had the 3-1 Tampa Bay Buccaneers taking on the 2-2 Atlanta Falcons. Falcons were favored by 2.5. For the second week in a row, I go alone with the Falcons, and I go alone with the point. That's right. Suck it. Thank you, Tampa Bay, for fucking that up. I was worried. Tampa Bay was up at halftime. I'm like, man, we're going to see something different. And then, like, I checked the score near the end of the game, and I heard Cousins throw the interception. I'm like, oh, fuck. I'm just going to shut this off. And then somehow they still managed to get down, kick a field goal, send it to overtime, and then win with another field goal. I'm like, fucking hey, I covered. Let's go.
Yeah, both teams really played like, let's see who can lose this on purpose. It was a pick, and then on that pick a fumble, and then another fumble. Like, it was just stupid ball.
That's what Thursday Night Football is all about.
At least it was actually a good game this time. It wasn't 5-5.
Yeah, true. Next, we had the game we were just talking about, the 2-2 New York Jets taking on the 4-0 Minnesota Vikings over in London. Vikings favored by 2.5. They pull off the win by, I believe, 5 points. We all went with Minnesota because we know better than to pick the Jets. Also, Minnesota's that hot hand. You ride it till it doesn't fucking work out for you anymore. So we went unanimous, and it didn't kill us. Thank you.
Good job, Rodgers, throwing it straight to the Vikings chest player.
He hurt his ankle. Hurt his wrist.
Edge.
It's almost like he's washed.
Yeah, it's like, gee, maybe you should have come back from that injury and played at the age of 60.
I've seen him. He doesn't look like he washes that much.
Yes. He's washed up without involving water. Next, we had the Carolina Panthers take on the Chicago Bears. Bears favored by 4. I was like, this is exactly the type of game that the Bears will fuck up and lose. And boy, was I wrong. So was Luke. So was Matt. Smark went alone with Chicago. Smark goes alone with the point. He's not even here to gloat about it. That poor bastard. Ain't that a bitch? Chicago wins this game handily. It is Carolina, though, so don't get too excited over there in Chicago Bears fans.
Oh, they are. They are. They got the second coming of Jesus now.
Yeah. Well, that'll probably change this week. Moving on. 1-2 Miami Dolphins favored by 1 over the 1-3 New England Patriots. I think Dolphins were actually 1-3 at that point, but that's because they played on Monday. I didn't have their record updated yet. Matt Smart took New England. Me and Luke took Miami. I took Miami because for some reason Miami always seems to play just well enough against New England to pick up the win. They used to do that shit even when Brady was there. I don't know what it is about New England, but Miami's always like, we can eke out a win. And eke out a win they did. It was a shit game, but Miami comes out on top. That's a point for me and Luke.
I believe that was the game one of the dumbest rules ever came into play. The game-winning touchdown was caught, but because you are facing the end zone and not facing out of the end zone, you have to get your foot has to be completely inbounds. You can't just toe tap it.
That's retarded.
And that's what cost them the game. Because the guy caught it and both of his toes were in bounds, but his heel came down out of bounds, and because he's facing the end zone, you have to have your whole complete foot in. But if you would have turned around and caught it, game over, Miami loses.
No over-the-shoulder catches in the back of the end zone with your toes. Got it. Who comes up with this shit? How can we make the sport dumber? Ooh, I know. What about if you're facing towards the end zone, you have to get your entire foot down? Brilliant. Fucking write it down. Stupid. Fucking dumb. I like college better where it's like you just gotta get one foot to touch the ground in bounds. That's it. All right, next, the Cleveland Browns taking on the Washington Commanders. Commanders favored by 3.5. We all took Washington because we're not dumb. Cleveland is shit this year. Washington is actually showing that they can be somebody this year. They pick up an easy win. We pick up an easy point.
How long until the Cleveland puts in Jameis? That's the question.
I don't know. How long do they want to be stubborn about it? Like, well, we paid him all this money. He's going to fucking play. Even if we had to pay somebody on the other team to take his ass out, that's what we're going to do. Call us New Orleans. But like reverse style. We pay the other team. It's a reverse bounty gate. Next, we had the Buffalo Bills taking on the Houston Texans. Texans favored by 1. Me and Matt took Houston. Smark and Luke took Buffalo. Smark and Luke took the dick along with Buffalo.
Fuck you, Sean McDermott.
Houston able to pick up this win late.
I'm considering fucking suing that guy to get the fucking brain cells he cost me back.
I don't know if you can sue for that, but fuck it, it's worth a shot. You can sue for just about anything these days. So me and Matt pick up the point. Next, the 2-2 Las Vegas Raiders taking on the 2-2 Denver Broncos. Broncos were favored by 1.5. You three dumbasses took the Raiders. I went alone with Denver for the second week in a row, and for the second week in a row, I go alone with the win with Denver. Thank you, Broncos. Next, 1-3 Arizona taking on 2-2 San Francisco. San Francisco favored by 7.5. I'm like, man, Arizona, hang in on that. They're not going to fucking let San Francisco beat them by 7.5. And Matty Icing said, oh, no, San Francisco is going to cover that 7.5. Guess what, Matt? They didn't cover that 7.5. Matter of fact, they didn't even fucking win. Arizona picks up the win. What?
Said called it.
Oh, called it. They said hold it. Like, what? I'm not incorrect about anything. Yep. I didn't think Arizona would win, but I knew damn well they would cover. So did Smark. So did Luke. Matt's the only one that doesn't get the point in this one. San Francisco's ass this year. Well, not ass, but I mean, compared to what they were last year, they're ass.
They're just missing their complete offensive player.
Yep.
The whole entire offense.
Yep. Which, I mean, they should have known that when they fucking traded for CMC. Like, the dude's injury prone as fuck. Yeah, he's really good when he's healthy, but he's not healthy all that often. I know they got other injuries, but that's obviously the one that's hurting them the most.
It's okay, though. They have Brock Purdy, and I was told all year last year how great he is.
Yeah, he's showing how great he is, isn't he? Oh, that's right. He's not. He's a fraud.
Not the offense. It's not the offense. It's his greatness.
Yes. It's not all those fucking weapons and tools and pieces put together around him. It's him. Oh, wait. Those dominoes tumbled, and he's still there, and now he's being exposed. But he's going to get MVP, right? Yeah, Brock Purdy, MVP. Fucking loser. Next, Green Bay giving up 3.5 as they took on the loser-ass Los Angeles Rams. We all knew better than to pick those loser-ass Los Angeles Rams. Therefore, we all get the point. Green Bay wins this game. Wasn't even a contest. Matt Stafford needs to retire along with Aaron Rodgers. It's fucking embarrassing. So that's a point for all of us.
I will say, though, Jordan Love's making it look like the Packers may have made a mistake. Paying all that money.
Yeah. I feel like they're going to be real sad anytime they play real complete teams. But he made a late season push last year, so maybe he can do it again this year. We'll see. I know I'm feeling dumb for picking them to win the division right now. But then again, nobody picked Minnesota, so we're all kind of looking dumb. We'll see what Detroit does next week since they had a bye this week. They're only one game behind it now, as it is right now.
You can just pencil in for a W. They're going to Dallas.
Yeah, hopefully. Better
Dallas
fucking beat Dallas.
Their entire locker room is imploding right now. Even CD and Dak are having issues.
Yeah. Who did Dallas? Or did Dallas have a? No, we didn't have Dallas on the sheet last week, but they played yesterday, and it wasn't a good game. I want to say.
No, it was like 3-6 heading into the fourth quarter, and then with like 40 seconds left. Yeah, 40 seconds left. Dak hit someone for a touchdown after They tried to go over the goal line and fumbled it and lost like 7 yards. And this is how good Dak is. Dak threw an interception yesterday and today.
Wow, it's impressive.
He threw a pick in 2 different days in the same game.
I don't even know how the hell you do that.
Well,
Explain.
they had a rain delay, so it pushed the game back. The game didn't end
Oh,
till 1.
okay. Now I get it. I'm like,
Fuck that.
elaborate. I'm not understanding this. And last game of the week, we had the Baltimore Ravens giving up 3 to the Cincinnati Bengals. Matt Smark and myself took Baltimore. Luke went alone with Cincinnati. And nobody gets the point because Baltimore wins by 3 in overtime. Therefore, this game is a wash.
Talk about another game where both teams try to get rid of it.
So yeah, that Denver, I was happy I won with the lone pick because I went alone, but also they had their throwbacks on, and I fucking miss those helmets. Those helmets are fucking sweet. Denver needs to go back to having those helmets full time. But really pissed off at Chicago and Carolina right now. Carolina let me down. Chicago picks a bullshit win. That really cost me because I am your winner this week at 8-1. My only fucking loss was that goddamn Carolina pick. Fuck you, Panthers. You robbed me of my perfect week. Pretty sure 8-1's probably the best I've ever done anyway. Smark and Luke went 5-4. Matty Icing brought up the rear at 4-5. So I was worried because last week I was in the lead overall, and I'm like, that never happens. I'll probably fuck up real bad this week. Nope. Had a really good week, padded my lead some more, so I might be able to hang on to it for another couple weeks. Let's see. Overall, Matty Icing bringing up the rear at 23-33, 10 games under 500. Matt hates the NFL this year, or the NFL hates Matt, one of the two. Luke and Smark tied still at 26-30, and I am now 5 games ahead of them at 31-25. God, I hope I can keep it up because I am on fucking fire right now. 6 games over 500. That never happens for me in the NFL. I'm fucking happy. So let's get into this week and see if I can't fuck it up. First game, god damn it. 1-4 Jacksonville Jaguars taking on the 3-2 Chicago Bears. Motherfuckers. Bears favored by 1.5. Matty Icing.
Jacksonville is terrible. They may have figured some offense out, but they're still bad. I'll take the Bears.
Luke Birch. What's up, Scott? We got Scott Greer, not queer in the chat. All right, Luke taking the Bears as well. I'm in a conundrum because it's like I don't want to pick the Bears because they fucked me last week, but do I pick Jacksonville? That's like picking Carolina again. I'll just say I learned my lesson after last week. Give me Chicago. But I picked Carolina last week because I was like, that's exactly the type of game Chicago will fuck up and lose. And I feel like this is exactly the type of game Chicago could fuck up and lose, hence the only 1.5 point spread. But I'm going to take Chicago anyway. 2-3 Arizona Cardinals taking on the 3-2 Green Bay Packers. Packers favored by 5. Matty Icing.
I will go Cardinals.
But they are who we thought they were, and we let them off the hook.
You want to crown them? Then crown their asses. Luke Birch.
Tell me you didn't watch the second half yesterday without telling me you didn't watch the second half yesterday.
What? I believed in Jordan Love the whole time. The whole time.
Yeah, this one's tough because Arizona's coming off a win against San Francisco, but San Francisco is devastated with injury, and Brock Purdy's a fraud. Green Bay, not been great. Neither is Jordan Love. But as I said, as the season went on last year, he got better. So I'm going to say the season's going on and he'll get better. Give me Green Bay.
What? I believed in Jordan Love the whole time. The whole time.
The whole time. It's fun. I get to go back and fill all these in when Smark sends them to me. Next, we got the 4-1 Houston Texans giving up 7 as they take on the 1-4 New England Patriots. Matty Icing.
7's a lot, but I'll still take the Texans to cover.
But Houston, well, it is famous for being boring, hot, and crime-ridden, maybe?
That's right. I got rid of that damn Family Guy drop. It was too long and I was tired of seeing it. This one's tough. New England's bad, but Houston has not been playing up to par the whole fucking season. But it is New England. They can fucking do a get-right game against New England, can't they? Give me fucking Houston.
But Houston, well, it is famous for being boring, hot, and crime-ridden, maybe?
I just realized I went ahead of Luke. Damn it. Lost my advantage. Luke Birch, who are you picking?
Can both of these teams lose? Gun to the head.
But Houston, well, it is famous for being boring, hot, and crime-ridden, maybe?
Yeah, I can see Houston winning this by 7 and all of us losing. I mean, we don't technically lose because it's a wash, but nobody gains anything from it. But as it stands right now, we are unanimous with Houston. Next game, the 3-2 Tampa Bay Buccaneers taking on the...
Stand back! There's a hurricane coming through.
Yes, Florida getting ready to get blasted with another hurricane. This one, Category 5, Hurricane Milton.
And heading straight for Tampa Bay.
Yeah. Shit. Good thing the game's in New Orleans. Fuck. I don't know how I did this again. I did not write down the spread. It was small. I want to say it's New Orleans by 1.5, but Luke, fact check that for me real quick. Or Matt, one of you two. Yeah, I can't believe there's just gonna be a tropical storm, and then like overnight it's like Category 3, and it's like, okay, it's gonna be a Category 5 when it hits. Y'all are fucked. You better start evacuating. Get the fuck out of town. And even after that shit from fucking Helene just a couple weeks ago, there's still be stubborn, methed out fucking Florida people like, no, we're just gonna ride it out.
The Saints are 2.5-point favorites.
2.5. I said 1.5. Damn, that was close. Okay, Tampa Bay at New Orleans. New Orleans favored by 2.5. Matty Icing, who are you liking this one?
I'll go with Tampa.
Love it. Luke Birch.
Yeah, it's kind of the Saints that made it famous. Teams always seem to play well after their city gets absolutely fucking obliterated by a hurricane. So
Okay. And yeah, I don't know. I always like the divisional dog on the road. It's a divisional matchup. Tampa Bay is the underdog. They're on the road. Give me Tampa Bay. This shit's gonna be stuck in my head for like the next 2 days. I don't know. That drop always sticks with me. I don't know how late we're going to get into the season before I don't laugh at that. I don't know if we're ever going to get there. We'll find out. That's probably my favorite drop. Anyway, we got the 1-4 Cleveland Browns taking on the 2-2 Philadelphia Eagles. Eagles favored by 9.5. Matty Icing.
Oh, that's a lot. I know it's against the Browns, but it is also a team coming off a bye week. I guess I can't go with the Browns. Give me the Eagles.
All right, Luke Birch.
Until they bench Deshaun Watson, I cannot go with the fucking Browns.
Where the fuck has their defense been too? Like, I know Deshaun's shit, but like, the Browns are supposed to have a really solid defense. Where the fuck have they been?
They're tired because they're always out on the field.
Man, I do not want to pick the Eagles favored by 9.5. They're literally just a fucking Saquon Barkley injury away from being completely fucking incapable offensively of scoring points. But god damn it, Cleveland can't score anything either. Can their defense keep it close enough? This is the worst fucking game of the week. I didn't even want to put this one on the fucking board this week, but there were some other really bad matchups that I decided to leave off. So this one made the cut. Yeah, I can't fucking rely on Cleveland. Give me Philly.
Which probably
As long as
means
Saquon
Cleveland gets a win.
I hope not. As long as Saquon can stay healthy, they can cover this 9.5. So I'm just going to hope for that. They're going to ride his ass as far into the season as they can because they got nobody else. Next game, we got the 4-1 Washington Commanders taking on the 3-2 Baltimore Ravens. Ravens favored by 6.5. Matty Icing.
Washington's playing really well. Oh, this one's tough too because I feel like this is where John Harbaugh's defense is going to mess around with the rookie quarterback. I guess I'll take Washington. Keep it close.
I am the Clit Commander.
All right. Luke Birch.
Yep, John Harbaugh should be fired.
I am the Clit Commander.
Fuck. I really thought y'all were going to go with Baltimore, and I was going to be able to pick Washington because Baltimore's defense can't hang with any type of offense. It seems like at least not enough to fucking win by 6.5. Baltimore can win this game. I just don't like the 6.5 point spread.
I am the Clit Commander.
I fucking hate that we're unanimous on the last 4 games straight and the first game. All but one fucking game, basically. Sucks. Thought for sure one of you at least would pick Baltimore. All right, next game we got the 2-2 Jim Harbaugh led Los Angeles Chargers giving up 2.5.
Man against nature. Doing battle with.
Boo! Harbaugh and Harbaugh. Chargers favored by 2.5 as they travel to Denver to take on the 3-2 Broncos. Matty Icing.
I'll take the Chargers.
San Diego Superchargers. San Diego.
Chargers. Luke Birch.
Well, that's 2 weeks in a row I've gone against Denver on here, and 2 weeks in a row Denver have shown what I thought they could be from the start of the season. So let's try and make that the hat trick.
San Diego Superchargers. San Diego.
All right, yay! I was hoping that would work out. Those last 2 weeks that you speak of, I was the one that went alone with Denver. They've been doing me good. Chargers are suspect. I could see them dropping this game. Give me the Broncos.
Go America. Go America. Go Broncos. Yeah, go Broncos. Yeah.
Yeah. Next game, we got the 3-1 coming off a bye week. Detroit Lions favored by 3.5 over the 3-2 Dallas fraud ass Cowboys. Matty Icing.
I mean, it's not even a question with this one.
No. Luke Birch.
I'll say that Taylor Decker will forget to report eligible again.
Yay! I'm finally in Dallas!
Moo.
Oh, I wonder how much it is to get back.
Oh, they're picking up the flag. No way. No, I'm not fucking taking Dallas. I don't feel confident in Detroit in most games, but I feel fucking confident in this game. Give me my Lions.
Something
been
told
like-
me we'll be seeing that kid again later on.
Nah, I guess we will. He'll be making his return.
Detroit's been planning for this game. It's kind of like the Michigan-Ohio State thing. Like, they have the clock just counting down for this game.
Yeah, we hate Dallas for what they did to us in the playoffs with that picked up flag, not reporting eligible. Yeah.
Yeah. They're about to empty the playbook on this one.
Yeah, Detroit's going to beat Dallas mercifully.
Hopefully.
Or mercilessly, sorry. All right, we only got 2 games left. One of them being the 3-2 Atlanta Falcons, giving up 5 as they travel to Carolina to take on the 1-4 fuck off Panthers. Matty icing.
Carolina looks pretty good, so I'll take the Falcons.
Toss to White. He's in. Patriots win the Super Bowl.
Luke Birch.
To be fair, both of these teams actually look quite shit this year.
Toss to White. He's in. Patriots win the Super Bowl.
Well, just like the last 2 weeks with Denver, last 2 weeks I went alone with Atlanta and they pulled them off for both of them. Unfortunately, this week I'm not alone, but we are unanimous with Atlanta.
Toss to White. He's in. Patriots win the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I'm not picking Carolina after what they did to me last week. The 1 loss ruined my perfect week. Hope their fucking stadium collapses. Last game of the week, we got the 3-2 Pittsburgh Steelers giving up 3 as they travel to Las Vegas to take on the 2-3 Raiders. Did you see Max Crosby yelling at Bo Nix last week? That was hilarious. Speak louder, they can't fucking hear you, Bo. They don't know what you're saying. Matty, I see who you like in this one.
I got a feeling I'm about to step on the rake, but Las Vegas is supposed to be swapping quarterbacks, so usually that quarterback comes in, and it's usually good for 1 win, so I'll take the Raiders.
There is a bookies I know that will take bets.
What? They're bringing an end to Minshew Mania? Isn't that who their quarterback was?
Yeah, he got benched for O'Connell.
O'Connell. Yep. Aiden O'Connell. Luke Birch.
And for the crime of benching Gardner Minshew,
Bradshaw's a dumbass and Big Ben likes rape. Fuck the Pittsburgh Steelers.
I'm so glad Luke picked them because I really wanted to hear that fucking drop. Pittsburgh has not been playing good lately. And Aiden O'Connell, Michigan State Spartan. Let's go Raiders.
There is a bookies I know that will take bets.
I know they're suspect as fuck, but like I said, Pittsburgh scaring me the last few weeks. They have not been playing solid football. And fuck. They almost, or shit, they did lose to Dallas, didn't they? Yeah. They just lost to Dallas, for fuck's sakes. So I'll just go with the Michigan State Spartan quarterback. Being a homer, get you points. That does it for the NFL. Oh shit, what did I do? Okay. Well, everything's still working, right?
Yep.
Am I sideways now?
Yes.
Yep.
I don't know how. I just flipped my screen somehow. I hit something. I didn't know that was an option. Cool. Well, I'm going to see if I can't set this bitch up like this now, and I don't have to hold it. Sweet. Wish I knew how I was doing that, because I will just do that every week now. It's the whole reason I haven't had my phone set up, because I have to set it up sideways. Perfect. All right, well, that does it for the NFL. Which means it's time for the first time this season to get into the NHL. Oh, bitch. Damn phone slid out. Y'all ready for some hockey?
You fucking betcha.
You bitchy.
I figured out how to do it, so next week I'll fucking set this shit up more better. All right, let's get into it. First game in the NHL regular season, for us at least, we got the St. Louis Blues taking on the Seattle Kraken. Kraken favored by 1.5. Last year, Matty Icing won. Luke Birch was second. Smark was third, and I was last. So I guess I have to pick first. I always loved the Blues. Seattle was suspect last year. Who knows what this year brings? But I'm just going to go ahead and take my second favorite team out there. Give me the Blues.
24-hour blue.
I forgot what most of these drops were, so this is going to be fun. Luke Birch.
Mostly because I love their drop. Give me Tom Grossi's Seattle Kraken.
Release the Kraken.
Fucking Liam Neeson. All right, Matty Icing.
And it's Kraken 1.5, you said?
Yep.
Yeah, I'll still go Seattle.
Release the Kraken.
All right, I fall into an early hole. Seattle probably wins this. I'm just hoping Seattle keeps it close enough. Or sorry, St. Louis keeps it close enough. Next game, we got your cousin from Boston going down to Florida to take on the Panthers. Panthers favored by 1.5. Your Stanley Cup defending Florida Panthers. I'm not going to pick them. Give me Boston.
Your cousin from Boston.
We have to use that drop a bunch on Wrestling Outlet over the off season because Boxman has family in Boston. He literally has cousins in Boston. Sweet. Luke Birch.
You won't, but I will go with the defending Stanley Cup champions.
You rat bastard.
Oh. I don't know if my feed caught or what, but I didn't even see the drop. It just went black for a second. Whatever. You rat bastard. I'm not surprised that Luke went with Florida because he picked them to fucking win the whole thing and it panned out for him. Matty Icing, who are you taking?
I'll take... Wait, is it in Florida?
Yes, it's in Florida.
Yeah, I'll take the Panthers.
You rat bastard.
There it is. That time I seen the drop. All right, two games, and I got 2 loner picks. Son of a bitch. Chicago Blackhawks taking on the Utah Hockey Club. Utah favored by 1.5. I'm like, Jesus Christ, they're already favored over Chicago. Chicago sucks. Then it's like, oh wait, it's just the Arizona Coyotes, but in Utah now. And the Coyotes weren't complete ass last year, so I guess I'll take Utah.
I don't want to be Mormon, Dad. Me neither.
Luke Birch.
Normally, I like to show moral outrage when a team moves, but I think I was calling for years for the Coyotes to leave Arizona. So
I don't want to be Mormon, Dad. Me neither.
I mean, but let's face it, Utah isn't a much better destination for a hockey team.
at least
funny
it's
thing-
further north.
Yeah. I was looking, and I guess the reason Arizona moved their team is because the owners of the fucking arena didn't want them there anymore. Like, we're tired of giving time to you when we can have like concerts and shit and actually make money. So get the fuck out. Matty Icing, who are you liking this one?
I will take Chicago.
Fucking right, Chicago!
I forgot about that one. Fucking right, Chicago! Next game, we got the Toronto Maple Leafs giving up 1.5 as they travel to Montreal to take on the Canadiens. Oh boy, I wish I was picking behind Luke. Fucking Matt's got the advantage here. I don't really ever trust Toronto to cover, though. Montreal, keep it close. Give me the Canadiens.
Fucking Canadians.
Luke Birch.
Fucking Canadians.
Damn it. Matty Icing.
Oh, it's just saying to pick around here, but I'm gonna go with Luke on this one.
Wow.
Fucking Canadians.
Well, it took till we got to the Toronto-Montreal game, but we got our first unanimous pick, and it's against Toronto. Shouldn't really be surprised in that. Next game, the New York Rangers giving up 1.5 as they travel to Pittsburgh to take on the not the Panthers. That's college. The Penguins. Penguins are washed up. They suck. Give me the Rangers.
How can you pluralize the Lone Ranger? What's wrong with that? Well, there's 3 of you.
Luke Birch.
How can you pluralize the Lone Ranger? What's wrong with that? Well, there's 3 of you.
And Matty Icing.
No Lone Ranger here. Just kidding. We'll go Rangers.
How can you pluralize the Lone Ranger? What's wrong with that? Well, there's 3 of you.
Yes, there are 3 of us taking the Rangers. Unanimous again. Next game, the Winnipeg Jets travel to Edmonton to take on the Oilers. Oilers favored by 1.5. More Canada on Canada violence. Edmonton finished the year really strong, except for, losing in the Stanley Cup Finals. Winnipeg was good during the regular season, though. I really wanted them to get further into the playoffs than they did, but they let me down. I want to say they'll keep it close, but I don't think they will. Give me the Oilers.
Oil reserves. Oil? Excuse me 1 second. Operation Golden Eagle is a go.
Southern Miss Golden Eagle. Also, the Marquette Golden Eagles is a team, too. Luke Birch.
Yeah, I think they'll be disheartened after coming so close to making the comeback. I think they're probably going to have a bit of a hangover, at least to start the season.
And then moments later...
I forgot that was the drop for the Jets. Just waiting for you to mix it up, and I was going to see Aaron Rodgers come on the screen. You fucking suck! Matty Icing.
I'll take the Oilers.
Oil reserves. Oil? Excuse me 1 second. Operation Golden Eagle is a go.
All right. Next game, we've all been waiting for it. We got the Colorado Avalanche traveling to Las Vegas to take on the Golden Knights. Golden Knights favored by 1.5. Yeah, well, we've been waiting all season for it. Hit me with it, Luke.
It's an avalanche! Snow filled the air, buries everything. Time to be scared. You better be aware. It's a nightmare.
Missed that kid. Even though Smark played that a bunch on fucking Wrestling Outlet too, just because it drove Box nuts. Box cannot stand that kid. Luke, who you like in this one?
I hate to do it.
Tis but a scratch. A scratch? Your arm's off. No, it isn't. Well, what's that then?
Tis but a scratch. Matty Icing.
Yeah, give me our favorite kid again.
It's an avalanche! Snow filled the air, buries everything. Time to be scared. You better be aware. It's a nightmare.
It's a nightmare. Calgary Flames. Talking like that kid. Calgary Flames taking on the Vancouver Canucks. Canucks favored by 1.5. Fuck Calgary. Give me my Canucks.
That's it! Why don't you Canucks go back where you came from?
Scott, it's a nightmare. Yeah, Scott was in the wrestling outlet chat a few times. He's seen that drop out during the off season too. Now, Luke Birch, really liking this one.
That's it! Why don't you Canucks go back where you came from?
Yeah, come on, Canucks, get your shit together this year. Matty Icing.
Put it on repeat.
That's it! Why don't you Canucks go back where you came from?
All right, another unanimous pick. We only got 2 left. All right, we got the Pittsburgh Penguins. What? We already had the Pittsburgh Penguins. That's because all of these games are spread out over the course of like 5 fucking days. They got spreads up way in advance. So we got the Pittsburgh Penguins traveling to Detroit to take on the Red Wings. Red Wings favored by 1.5. Let's go Red Wings.
For the next 20 minutes, you will sit in silence while I tell you why the Detroit Red Wings are the greatest franchise in the history of professional sports on September 25, 19...
That's right. It's my favorite NHL team. And the drop is one of, if not my favorite TV characters of all time. Double reason to take it. Shout out Dr. Cox, John C. McGinley. Luke Birch, who are you liking this one?
Yep, give me this team that's finally returning to the playoffs this year.
For the next 20 minutes, you will sit in silence while I tell you why the Detroit Red Wings are the greatest franchise in the history of professional sports on September 25, 19...
I really wish we could have picked up like a big name goalie in the offseason, but it's fine.
Let's go Red Wings.
Matty Icing.
I want to hear who the best team is in his opinion again.
For the next 20 minutes, you will sit in silence while I tell you why the Detroit Red Wings are the greatest franchise in the history of professional sports on September 25, 19...
Greatest franchise in the history of sports. Not even just hockey. In sports. And that brings us to our final game of the week. We got the Los Angeles Kings giving 1.5 as they travel to Buffalo to take on the Sabres. I like the Sabres. Don't know why. They brought back those fucking that older fucking logo. Got rid of that bullshit bison on their fucking uniform. Went back to being the Bull Pirates. That's what my wife called it. I bought up a fucking Sabres hat. I was like, can you guess what the name of this team is? And she said, the Bull Pirates. Well, first off, that's a buffalo, and those swords are sabers. So, give me the Sabres.
I like the Sabres. Coach prays a lot. Okay.
Los Angeles also couldn't cover to save their fucking lives last year, so they may win this game. I just like Buffalo to cover. Luke Birch.
Since I didn't have a chance to pick the city of Buffalo in the NFL this week, considering they're playing Monday night, I'll take the chance in hockey.
I like the Sabres. Coach prays a lot. Okay.
All right. And Matty Icing.
I was going to pick the Sabres. We went unanimous too much. Give me Kings.
Oh yeah, rocking out some Kill Switch Engage. Drummer just sitting there eating a big ass turkey leg. Love it. All right, well, that does it for our first week of NHL picks. I don't know if we get 10 in the future because I was able to look up games all the way up till Friday to get these 10 games. But it's the first week of the NHL. We did it last season. We did it this season with football. So we're going to do it again with hockey. It's time to pick our NHL teams. And now, because this is a draft style, because Matty Icing won last year, now he gets last pick in this. It's a draft. There's no lottery in this one. Fuck the NHL and their stupid lottery. Motherfuckers. So, the draft order is me, Smark, Luke, and Matt. Therefore, with my first overall pick, I'm going to take the team I had last year that probably got me the most points. Give me the Dallas Stars.
I'm not going to be able to do the drops for this.
Oh, yeah, I should have told you to have all the drops ready just for the teams. Damn it. Oh, well, you can do a drop, or some of the drops for a few of them, because you should have them queued up. Fuck. I hate to do this. But I said I was going to do it fair for him, so with Smark's first team, he gets...
The Blackhawks. Woo!
Yeah. No, he gets our fucking boy, the Colorado Avalanche. Lucky bastard.
It's an avalanche! Snow filled the air, buries everything. Time to be scared. You better be aware. It's a nightmare.
So I could pretty much pick Chicago for him with the next pick, and he'd still be happy just because he got Colorado, probably.
Colorado and that kid? Yeah.
All right, Luke Birch, who are you taking into your first round pick this year?
You rat bastard.
God, what a rat bastard.
Shouldn't be surprised with that. Luke Birch taking Florida. Let me just cross them off the list real quick. Yep, I did have them at number 3. Son of a bitch. So far, this is draft is going in order. Matty Icing.
Yeah, I was really hoping they would just follow me, but nope. Luke's got to go do UK things. With that, go ahead and give me the Oilers.
Oil reserves. Oil? Excuse me 1 second. Operation Golden Eagle is a go.
All right.
And just very briefly, going back to cheese.
Ah, nice. Good shit. All right. Well, Edmonton was the number 5 team on my list, and they went at number 4, which means the number 4 team on my list is still there. It's a surprising team to have at number 4, but they made a big move in the offseason, got themselves a star goalie, and it's going to help this team tremendously because they gave up a lot of goals, and that's what held them back. With my first pick in the second round, give me the New Jersey Devils.
The devil, devil, devil.
All right, now I got to flip back and see who I had at number 6 for Smark. Number 6 for Smark Wahlberg. Stand back. Carolina's coming through.
Stand back. There's a hurricane coming through.
All right. Luke Birch.
How many rounds are we doing?
4. So 4 teams each, 16 teams total.
How can you pluralize the Lone Ranger? What's wrong with that? Well, there's 3 of you.
Yeah, that was the next one I had on my list.
God damn it, Luke. I'm going to send you Anthrax in a minute. Second time in a row, the team I'm about to say gets picked in front of me. This time, I'll go with the goddamn Canucks.
All right.
That's it! Why don't you Canucks go back where you came from?
Indeed, there is true north.
I guess I'm going to stick to my list. I have this team ranked slightly above them. At the next one on my list, I don't fucking like them at all, but they're going to pick up wins. As long as Luke doesn't fucking pick them. Give me the Toronto Maple Leafs. Damn, Smark is going to love this draft because with Smark's next pick, he's getting your cousin from Boston.
Your cousin from Boston.
True North. Dear Florida, there's literally a hurricane coming. Yep. Get the fuck out. Nah, we're just going to ride it out. I got enough meth to get through the weekend. We're going to be fine. All right, Luke Birch.
Moving pretty quick there. Why don't you have a seat right over there? Okay. At the stool.
All right, Nashville for Luke. I even told Smark, I was like, if it comes down to you and Nashville's the next top team I have, I will skip to the next one just to make sure you don't get Nashville. The Chris Hansons. Matty Icing, what's your third round pick?
Sorry, I'm trying to think of everybody who's been picked already. Who was Smark's second pick?
Smark's second pick is Avalanche was his first pick. Smark has Avalanche, the Carolina Hurricanes, and now the Boston.
I couldn't remember if the Hurricanes been picked or not. So
Bruins.
Since they have, give me Vegas.
Tis but a scratch. A scratch? Your arm's off. No, it isn't. Well, what's that then?
Yeah, Las Vegas was the next one I had on my list, which means I have to move down to the next one. And I will be taking the Winnipeg Jets with my final pick.
And then moments later...
And with his final pick, Mark Wahlberg is getting... I had to keep flipping way back because I didn't want to use up a fresh page for this. Mark Wahlberg will be taking the Tampa Bay Lightning.
Like the guy says, you're gonna eat lightning and you're gonna crap thunder. You're gonna become a very dangerous fighter.
A very dangerous fighter. Thank you, Mickey. All right, and now we got Luke Birch with his final pick.
For the next 20 minutes, you will sit in silence while I tell you why the Detroit Red Wings are the greatest franchise in the history of professional sports on September 25, 19...
All right.
Hey, I knew he was picking that because that's who I had lined up to go.
I had them at 16. I had one team better than them.
All right, let me think. Your hockey teams, guys that play on ice, hockey with the puck.
Yeah, I had two teams at the bottom of the list because I couldn't decide between them. It was between Detroit and the Islanders, but I had one team above Detroit, and that was the Minnesota Wild. There's me offering you an olive branch.
Yeah, do I want to do Wild or do I want to do the Kings? I don't know what the Kings did this offseason. I mean, they were pretty hot for half the season.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I did have the Kings on there. For some reason, I crossed them off, even though they hadn't been picked. Oops.
Well, with the coin flip, let's go ahead and go. I took the Kings last year. They screwed me over. So, I'll take them again.
All right. The team draft is final. I have Dallas, New Jersey, Toronto, and Winnipeg. Smark has Colorado, Carolina, Boston, and Tampa Bay. Damn, Smark came away good. He should miss more drafts. Luke Birch has Florida, New York Rangers, not Islanders, the Nashville Predators, and the Detroit Red Wings, all the teams that Matt wanted. And Matt has Edmonton, Vancouver, Las Vegas, and LA. Matt's got Canada and the west side of the country locked down.
Where hockey should and shouldn't be.
Exactly. Because nobody has Utah. All right. Well, that is it for the team draft. That is it for all of our picks. Unless anybody has anything else, that is it for this week. You guys got anything else?
Not that I can think of.
All right. I kind of miss doing like who am I and shit like that, but we got so many picks right now to make. We ain't got time for all that shit. Next week we should still be on at 8:30. I'm gonna be busy. Like I said, I just got a new place. I can get access to it. I'm not paying for it for 2 weeks still, but they're gonna let me have access to it next week so I can start painting. So I will be in Ohio painting all fucking day. I might actually have the wife drive down there so I can try to do show prep in the car on the drive down, or maybe the drive home. We'll see which. True North says, still want Utah to change their name to the Soakers. Anything's better than the hockey club at this point. The Utah Joseph Smiths. Dum, 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 dum. So, yeah, we should still be on at 8:30 next week. Worst case scenario, I'm running a little late, and we go on like, I don't know, 15, 20 minutes late. We'll see. But Smart Wahlberg should be back next week. Should be a full crowd, hopefully. But shout out to the True North. Shout out to Scott Greer. Shout out to Norab. Shout out to Craig. He'll listen on the fucking YouTube. He's probably sleeping still. Shout out to Bobby Anthem. I didn't see him tonight, but shout out to CM Perk anyway for dropping in lately. Appreciate it. Appreciate anybody out there listening, especially live, but appreciate you listening to the fucking playback on the YouTube too. Feel free to leave comments. Tell us we suck. Tell us you love us. Tell us what teams you love and which teams you think suck. Drop some picks in there. Like I said, I'll write them down. Give it a like, give it a share. Tell your friends, and then laugh at them if they actually fall for it and listen to it. But until next week, we're getting the fuck out of here. Later, y'all. Tits.
Chinaman.
China.